say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wave at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming in the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave. Let's play some basketball.
Fucking wonderful, dude. I did so many things. I saw so many people. Went camping, just celebrated America. Real tough. Yeah, it was purchased for 4th of July for sure. And you know, it's a sweater. It's not a jacket if you want to get your garments correct here. But yeah. It's definitely not a jacket, dude. You said jacket, not me. Okay. Well, now
It's a hoodie.
I guess I did ask for the specifics on garments, so I asked for this. So here we go.
I went up to Idaho, floated on the river, drank a lot of beers.
Nice.
Ate a lot of good food. Ate some ice cream, per usual.
Nice.
Yeah, couldn't have been better, honestly. Very patriotic. Did it the right way. What'd you guys do?
Nice.
River float as well. I've fried though. I set myself up for failure. I thought I was reapplying sunscreen. Apparently, it wasn't sticking. So next day was rough. But 4th of July, hometown parade, barbecue. It was a good time. Always a good time. But yeah, I am still absolutely torched. So hydrating.
I got the Tevia tan, you know, where you wear the sandals too long. I got that pretty tough right now, which I can't tell if it's cool or not cool. I'm thinking not cool.
I'm thinking not cool.
but it's that or pasty feet. So,
Well,
you know.
really. Ooh.
I've grown up now. It used to be get too drunk, but no longer. No, now I just get the appropriate amount of drunk.
Just the right amount of drunk.
Yeah, not too much, you know.
I would say same. Instead of doing 30 beer sticks, I'll just do a couple, like a responsible adult.
How's the beer stick treat
people
me?
at home? For the people at home, what's that, dude?
Oh, the beer stick. It's like a giant syringe. So it's basically like a beer bong, but it's a giant syringe. It holds up to 2 beers, and you just push it right in there. You can get like 2 seconds flat, whole beer. It's pretty nice.
I've seen it. Matt does an impressive beer stick.
It's fairly juvenile.
Yeah, hold on tight, dude. She'll get you.
It's fun. I got a fairly new one for my birthday, courtesy of John and Jessica, and it just runs a whole lot better than the old model. So I'm very happy with the performance so far.
I was going to ask how she runs. That's awesome. Good to hear.
Thank you.
Performance is high. That's
I would say that
yeah.
my tradition is definitely listening to just a bunch of shitty 4th of July blind patriot music. Courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue by Toby Keith is definitely number 1. But you got to throw in the Bruce, Born in the USA, a ton of Creedence, just anything like that. It's like the one day a year. It's probably my second favorite holiday because it's the one day a year where you can just get super ignorant, super loud, and it's fine.
Can you? Is that established?
And nobody's like, that guy's an asshole because we all are.
And it's like he's doing it for America. Right?
He's doing it for America.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, all right, finally people can hear me. So apologies. I realized I watched the VODs from the last few streams. My mic kept cutting out, so I bought a new mic. So I'm having a little technical difficulties, but we're good to go now. So I'm going to be loud. I'm going to be American, and I'm going to talk about sports.
Colby, real quick, any what's your favorite 4th of July tradition?
And what'd you do?
Now that you can hear me. So I went to the river. I didn't go floating, but I was on the beach, played a bunch of Beersby, which is another fun drinking game. You get like some PVC pipe, a bottle, and a Frisbee. That's it. It's a fucking blast.
Classic.
So went to the river, had a good time. Went to Tom's house for a little pregame barbecue, which was absolutely a good time as well. And then on the 4th itself, I went to, there's a cool place out down on the river called Drake's Barn. It's kind of this like outdoor bar, beer garden area. And it's actually right next to where the River Cats play, the Sacramento River Cats, AAA affiliate for the San Francisco Giants. Those of you that do not know. Yeah, hell yeah. And then right next to Old Town, and both of those places have fireworks shows. So we paid like, I don't know, it was like $30 to get into Drake's, but then you get 2 fireworks shows, and then they had a silent disco from like 8 o'clock all the way until midnight, like throughout the fireworks show. So it was a complete blast. I honestly want to do it again next year. It was one of my favorite 4ths in Sac. So it was fun.
It's awesome.
That's awesome.
And then
along the lines of the Beersby, did you see that they fully monopolized it now? It's weird. So I went.
It is very weird.
I went up to NorCal a few weeks back. My brother had this game, and the setup was cool because you have a pretty official stake. The bottle doesn't break and all that, but the rules are pretty whack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because you have to catch the Frisbee and the bottle. There's no hold a beer in one hand. There's no catch the bottle with one hand.
It's because they probably can't associate it with alcohol, right?
Right. They had to water it down for the kids.
Yeah.
But I don't get the whole, if your partner, if you're carrying the weight for your partner, and they can't catch the Frisbee or the bottle, you just basically got to take an L every single round.
You lose.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
rough.
I would say playing this weekend, there are people that cannot catch one or the other. Like
Right.
They just can't make it happen. So it would be impossible to catch both.
Yeah.
I found that the more beers I drank, the better I was at catching it. But off the get, I am absolute garbage. So catching both is.
It's that fine level too of accuracy. It's kind of like playing beer pong or cornhole or anything else like that. If you're not drunk enough, you kind of get the yips a little bit. You get a little nervous.
Totally.
If you get too drunk, you're just sloppy all over the place. So it's about finding that line and just trying to tow it the whole time.
All right.
Finding that plateau. Well, good boys. I'm glad you guys all had a phenomenal weekend. Tom, did you already share your tradition? While I was figuring out the microphone situation.
Oh yeah, I started with my tradition is normally to get too drunk, but now I just get the appropriate amount of drunk.
Oh, there you go. All right, perfect. Hey, you're
Really
30
grown
now.
up.
You gotta be
30
careful,
now,
right?
you know.
Yeah,
What are you
exactly.
What are you gonna do?
Well, boys, it's definitely been a hell of a week in sports. There's a lot going on, but there's probably a lot that we aren't going to talk about tonight just because a lot of it is bad news and we don't like being a bummer. So we're going to try and kind of pick apart some fun stuff. However, later in the show, I'm going to tease a little new segment alert, dude. New segment alert. So we're going to do the A-Gap Wall of Shame. So we're going to do that a little bit later in the episode. But I want to start out. Obviously, it is
Game 2.
I was just gonna say game 2. I mean, it's Thursday night. They just played. They finished up maybe an hour ago. So Suns win by 10, 118 to 108. Suns 2-0. Is Suns and 4 guy still alive?
Think so. Also, sidebar: Suns and 4 guy met Jamal Murray this
I
week.
was gonna
No
say, I thought he
way.
met Jamal Murray.
Yep, they met and took a picture together, and they were cool with each other. So obviously, that Jamal Murray fan from Denver, that guy, fuck off, dude. Even Jamal Murray doesn't like that guy.
He can never show his face again.
Yeah,
Probably
never,
not.
man.
Find a
Bye-bye.
new team, find a new jersey.
True.
I bet he's somewhere just with the Phoenix Suns jersey on, just gave into it.
He's like quietly crying in a corner.
Suns and 4, right?
Yeah.
That's what he told me. That's what he told me to do.
He went on somebody's podcast and he was trying to like defend himself or something like that, but I don't think he got much traction because I haven't heard anything about him. I think you guys are right. He just bought into it now.
Does he
He's
still
Orange
have
fan.
the Lloyd Christmas haircut?
Ooh, yes. Yeah, for at least for that interview. I again haven't seen him since. So we
Also
don't
know he's not great at defending himself.
TBD.
So it must have been pretty rough.
Mm-mm. No, pretty big L in that interview, to be honest with you. So yeah, it's just it's not a good look, bud.
No.
Sorry.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that is just you want to punch him in the face. You really do.
Yeah.
You really
Very
do.
punchable face. That's true.
So watching the game tonight, Giannis went fucking nuts. I mean, he is basically. I'm just gonna ask the question: he didn't fake the injury, but did he stay out longer than he had to, assuming his teammates would clean up the last series and just rest up for the finals?
I don't know, man. I don't see it. I don't see Giannis doing that.
Yeah,
I think Giannis. I think he's too hard a worker. Because I mean, like they said, he nursed his knee back pretty quick, and he's doing pretty well for just having a knee injury that they thought was gonna sideline him for the playoffs, if not for the finals, if not more. He needs help though. Just kind of speaking to what you were saying about he needs Drew Holiday, he needs Chris Middleton, he needs them to start stepping up. Just because, like you said, he's putting up big numbers, but he's also putting them up on this knee. We saw it tonight too, but like anytime he gets touched, every Bucks fan holds their breath. Everybody holds their breath because he stays down. He's hurt. It's obviously bothering him. But he needs help. He needs Drew Holiday to play like a top defensive player and a great facilitator. He needs Chris to be that second option, that 3 threat that and he's not getting that help right now. But
It's a bummer. It's a
it's
real
right.
It is kind of a
really
bummer.
Playing
is.
his ass off.
Yep. He's playing his ass
However-
off. He's trying as hard as he can. Oh, go for it. Go for it.
Well, I was gonna say to go from the other side of that, I'm stoked that Phoenix is playing so well. I've had a lot of fun watching Chris Paul go through these playoffs. I'm kind of down for Phoenix to get there first. I'm here for it. I think it's fun to watch. The Phoenix fans tonight were like they were just having a blast.
They're nuts. They're fucking
Yeah.
nuts.
It looks like a crazy atmosphere.
Yeah. I'm even starting to see, because I think by association of like MLB blackouts, Arizona and Phoenix games do get blacked out, so we can kind of, in Utah, associate ourselves with Phoenix. People are exchanging those jerseys. I'm seeing orange Suns jerseys around.
Oh,
Like, oh, the Jazz, like, Jazz was a bandwagon. I was
Never heard of
that.
them.
Oh, Jesus, man. Go back to Colby's original
Wow.
point. Jazz fans
Yeah.
are trash.
seriously,
no,
dude.
No shame. No
See,
shame.
but I don't want to hate
Jesus.
Suns fans. That would suck. Suns
Oh,
fans seem
we're
great.
all gonna hate Suns fans after this.
Oh,
yeah.
that's
Pull this
fair.
off.
That is fair. That is
Believe
fair.
me.
That's fair.
But it is cool seeing guys like Bridges, guys like Booker. You know, we've all seen Chris Paul in the playoffs, but if I'm not wrong,
League MVP Jay Crowder.
nobody in this finals has played in one, and Crowder's the only one that's even. Nobody's won one, and Crowder's the only one that's played in one.
Yep.
Yeah, Crowder has 6 games. Nobody else on the team had any games in the finals.
It's super cool.
It is
I don't
very
know, I'm
cool.
sure.
Wow.
I'm sure for the NBA, it's not the most ideal to have 2 small market teams
Eh.
in their finals, but I still think it's cool to get some exposure to guys that haven't
Fuck
done it
'em.
before.
I like it. The
Seriously,
stadiums
yeah.
are rocking. They show what is that place called? Deer.
Deer Den or something.
Yeah, the Deer Den
whatever.
or something like that. Steve, I think
I don't know.
Steve Van
Listen,
Gundy
stop
called
it.
it like Deer
Always.
Valley.
He keeps calling it Deer Valley, but that's wrong, and they keep correcting him.
Oh,
That's
God.
why-
That's
why
a
it's
ski
funny.
resort up in Park City.
Exactly,
That's
yeah.
why it's funny.
Did you also hear his other fumble tonight? I don't know if he's gonna get. I don't know if he's gonna get canceled for this, but he literally was talking. I think he was talking about some player basically.
Who
And I
was
just
he
tuned
talking
in for
about?
a
Hold
bit,
on.
and I want to say it was like Dellavedova or not Dellavedova, DiVincenzo. I think it was if
It might have
DiVincenzo
been.
was still playing or not. And he was like, looks like a choir boy, plays like a, and he like paused for a second, and
It was a good pause.
and then he was like hoodlum, and it was like,
That was an
oh
important pause.
my god, like that was your correction, dude.
Yeah.
Like,
Yikes.
come on,
Yikes.
man. It was a real slip of the tongue. And aren't people looking at him to coach this year? Like, I don't want to get back into the whole coaching conversation.
He's
but
thought about it. He's thought
was
about
he
it.
an option? Yeah. So,
oh, it was about Devin Booker.
oh my god, yikes.
That guy
That's
does
even
not look like a
worse.
choir boy either.
No,
yeah.
no.
What choirs
That's-
are you
that's-
seeing, dude?
Yeah,
There's a
but-
little bit of there's a little bit of
Ugh.
chatter on Twitter.
There is a
Is
little
there?
bit of
People,
chatter right
people
now.
notice.
There's some
All right.
scrutiny right now.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
just a little bit. I don't know if it's gonna escalate too much, but people noticed.
Very interesting. All right,
see.
We'll
Running
see
story.
we'll see the fallout. Maybe he'll end up on the wall of shame next episode. We'll find out.
So
But yeah,
Find out.
great series though. Great.
my
fucking
big
series.
thing right now, just obviously I was always rooting for Giannis. I've said this whole time in the podcast, just good guy shit. I've decided today to finally bring up I don't know. I love Chris Paul. I think Chris Paul is obviously on
Wow.
a run. This is the summer of Chris Paul. Everyone's all about it. And
Tommy,
obviously he
watch your
deserves
mouth
he's
right
worked
now.
his
I'm
ass
gonna
off.
warn you. I'm gonna
But-
warn you right now. I'm gonna
but-
warn you right here
I
and
feel
right
like-
now.
I feel like it's a thing that I have not talked about, but I've always felt this way. There was a couple years ago when I go to a Kings game and it was the Harden Chris Paul Rockets. And the Harden Chris
yeah.
Paul Rockets, I think we all so easily forget when Chris Paul's on a good guy team now that team was the most flop fucking city team in the
Yep.
whole world. They literally just banked on being all the little sneaky tricks, and they were a good team. They didn't win anything, obviously, but like I remember hating Chris Paul, especially watching that game where he would just do all the fake flopping. Him and Harden would be the 2 best players, and they would try and get every foul call ever. So I just more so, since there's so much Chris Paul love in the world right now, I just want to remind everyone that Chris Paul was a real villain about 4 years ago to most.
I would
of
argue that he hasn't changed, Tom. He hasn't changed his way.
is he
He's
good?
still
Yep.
he's no.
100%.
You can watch all of his game. He's still the little
Same
sneaky
shit.
elbows to get space. He jabs that shoulder in to get space. He hard fouls, flops like you said. He did it today when Giannis was backing up into him. He got a charge. I mean, I would argue that Chris Paul hasn't changed his game at all. He's still that guy.
There was a lot of scrutiny
But-
though. I always felt like everyone kind of hated on him for that, and now it feels like
Because
all
it was
that
the
talk's kind of
Rockets.
gone.
It's the Rockets, and there's that whole hate
Supporting
on the
cast.
super teams. So it was like Harden and Paul, and then there was obviously the Steph, KD, and wait, who was hurt? Was Clay hurt then? But anyway, I mean, I
Maybe
get
they
the
won.
super team hate, the super team hate. Right now, I see what you're saying. He's kind of getting lost in this like this young surgent team that's in the playoffs, in the finals for the 10 of the people, the players on the Suns weren't even born the last time that the Suns went to a finals. So it's a cool
Damn.
young team, and but I think Chris Paul's the perfect guy for the job. saying.
I don't want to say he doesn't deserve anything. I'm just saying that
Tom
all
says Chris
negative-
Paul doesn't deserve it
He's.
at all.
I've seen a lot of the narrative saying like, if you just hate on Chris Paul at this point, you're just a hater. It's like, no, he's the same guy.
He's the same guy.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Yep.
changed. You know, and
Plays
I'm
the
so
same
happy
game.
for him, and he deserves it. He's worked his ass off, but he's kind of an asshole too. But that's what winners do.
Fair.
Hey,
Not
winner.
wrong.
Yep. They win by any means possible. I mean, so
Get that out in the universe, so now I'm good.
all right. You got the Chris Paul thing off your chest a little bit. You feel better?
I've been saying too much nice stuff about him, and I just remember that game when I watched the Rockets just torch the Kings. The Kings even played a tough game, but it was just the Harden, Chris Paul fucking dicking around, like, getting every call, getting all. That was back when there's even more penalties for superstars and even more foul shots than there were. It's kind of calmed down, and I just remember being so frustrated and leaving the stadium like, fuck Chris Paul.
Hell yeah.
So I thought,
Because I pay all that
Tom will
money.
never have State Farm.
Never. Not once.
fuck no.
No.
Big All-State guy. Well, I mean, so you're talking about Harden, you're talking about Chris Paul being together. Did you guys see the whole Harden and Paris situation
with
Lil Baby?
With Lil Baby, yeah.
Yeah. So and then apparently I heard that he was with Kanye at some point, but I thought that was a troll because did you see the video where they walked out and the paparazzi just like caught them and they were just like
they're so caught off guard. They looked pretty stoned.
They looked pretty stoned. I was gonna say,
and that's what comes later in the afternoon. But did you see when Lil Baby pointed at when Harden pointed at Lil Baby and was like, "Oh, it's Kanye. It's Kanye." Like he tried to troll the French paparazzi to be like, "Oh, I'm hanging out with Kanye." Yeah, I was like, "All right, dude."
It's a little insensitive. Wasn't Kim robbed at gunpoint in Paris?
Oh, she was.
Little insensitive there.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Come on, Harden.
Well, shame.
Shit together.
Well, then, I mean, them looking high as fuck. So obviously, later in the evening or afternoon, they were. Little Baby was taken into custody. They pulled the car over. It smelled like cannabis. However, Harden tried to interject into the situation, or I think maybe Little Baby was detained. Not sure if he was taken into custody, but I do know that Harden basically tried to stop the situation. They talked to him for a bit, searched him, and they let him go. But the car smelled like not like Paris, like marijuana. They found 20 grams. It smelled hey, those dudes be in Paris. But they found 20 grams of weed in the car. So they're chiefing in Paris.
20 grams.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's a good amount of weed to get caught with in Paris.
What is it in Paris? What is that a big deal or a little deal? Is it illegal?
It's a pretty big deal in most of Europe, except for Amsterdam. It's a huge deal.
Instagram. Nice.
I know
Never been.
my wires are crossed in my brain tonight, dude. It's this new microphone. Yeah, it got me all fucked up as soon as we started.
You're crushing it, my guy.
Yeah, dude. It's
Smells
very
like
interesting.
Paris in this car. That's what happens in Denton County, Texas on the 4th of July. That's how you get arrested.
It's like Paris. Yeah.
It smells like Paris in here.
Yeah, I don't know. I thought it was
think
interesting.
French police officers are just upset that England's in the Euro final.
That's probably very true.
All of Europe is upset because England's in the final.
Well, then maybe
We'll get to
maybe
that
Harden and Little Baby. No, fuck it. Let's go there right now. Harden and Little Baby should have just brought a laser pointer and shined it in the cops' eyes, and maybe they could have got away from the cops.
That would be a James Harden move, and
Yeah.
you would see James Harden would be an England fan. I don't know why. I have no real basis for that, but he'd be the guy rooting for England.
If he's in Paris,
Proper.
wouldn't he be a PSG guy?
No,
He's got Sergio Ramos. They're on the come up.
He's in Paris. He's not like a Paris guy. He just likes to smoke weed there.
I guess that's true. And it's fashion week. He does love fashion.
Oh,
He
He
loves
looks pretty
fashion.
fashionable. Yeah.
He likes
Hi,
jackets, sweatshirts, sweaters, all three of them.
I can't tell the difference. So
Neither can
cardigans.
I. Neither can I. But yeah, the whole laser pointer in the eye was honestly ridiculous. And the fact he still saved it. And then they scored on the rebound. Harry Kane put it in after the rebound. So I thought it was crazy. But apparently I saw a picture of it was like goaltenders in India, and there were literally, I think, 6 or 7 laser pointers all pointed at the goalie. So this is like a thing that happens a lot in other countries. And then
it's like a problem.
Yeah,
that's like a real problem.
It is.
Yeah.
Like, how do you? And it's such a small thing too. You can just conceal it. It seems like it would be so easy to sneak into a stadium.
Definitely.
I'm honestly surprised you don't hear more about that in the States or anything like
True.
that. I guess
Yeah.
you
was
got
gonna
your metal
say.
detectors now, but those things are pretty fucked up.
I feel like
Like,
you
just
get
go
super
Go
banned. You get super banned
permanently
and-
blind.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking.
Got
I
him.
feel like the bans are harder in America. For it. Got him, dude. He's disabled now. Great.
His career's over.
Do you think the people that have them now bought them in like 2012 when YouTube was just coming up and there were all the like cool YouTube videos of guys popping balloons with their fucking laser? Like, do they still have that, or are those still widely available now?
I think so. I think they have like the little box with the little shapes. Like this one's like a cat.
Yes. Yes.
They're different
dude.
colors. You can get different colors.
Yeah, those are cool.
Those were the shit. That was back in the day. That was literally going to school. Like, I got the 250 pack. Suck it.
Or like you go to Chuck E. Cheese and one of the machine games that you can never win always has like
Yeah.
the dopest fucking laser pointer pack. You
Yeah.
know,
It's got a
Yeah.
I
laser
wouldn't
pointer.
know.
It's got a
I wouldn't know.
GameCube in there. You're never.
never getting that shit, dude. All the prizes are dusty because no one's ever won it. You know, still convinced it never does anything. You know, that's
It's
about right.
they just like, I feel like they dip it in Crisco and then just like give it horrible gears. They just don't grab anything.
No.
It's the softest handshake I've ever felt coming down on that claim.
It's the dead
handshakes are like,
fish.
mm.
Did you see that England got charged for that? For the laser pointer?
How though? Like what's the penalty? Like what's their penalty?
They got 3 offenses for it. I don't know what the offenses
What does that
are,
mean?
But
but,
I mean,
UEFA came down and charged them with it.
Italy's just gonna start up like 1-0. They're just like Italy gets a free goal. Sorry.
So but people had charged. Apparently, they had opened cases because of not only the laser pointer, but there were fireworks that were being set off during the Danish
Whoa.
national anthem.
Oh,
So it
yikes.
was just interrupting the Danish national anthem. So England, I guess, just gets charged with that. I guess they find the fans that were doing it. And
Guys,
if
this
they
is
associate with whatever side, then
Hmm.
UEFA comes down with penalties.
great, guys.
Because soccer
Finally,
fans are-
another. Sorry, go ahead, John.
No, my bad. That was me. I cut you off. My bad.
I'm just glad that finally there's another country besides America that can maybe take the mantle of biggest shitheads currently. Because England is really going for it. They're really going for it this year. They're going big on biggest shitheads in the world, in the
True.
sports world at least. So I appreciate
Yes.
that as an American.
Unfortunately, we still have
Biggest
jazz
shits.
fans. So
Yeah,
I mean,
biggest
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
they- we
Well,
still have jazz
in
fans.
America, there's a
Quasi
subgroup.
Suns fans.
A subgroup is called
Yeah.
jazz fans. You know, that's the worst.
I don't think you could look.
I'm just shitting in my
Stupid
backyard right
enough.
now.
Yeah, I know, Matt. They know where you live, dude.
Hey, we got no listeners in Utah yet, so
No.
we'll see. I don't
Probably
know.
never
If,
will.
yeah, not sure if
Sorry,
we're Mormon
Utah.
friendly, but we'll see. We'll see.
I doubt it. I doubt it.
So we were talking about lasers a little bit earlier. Let's transition to laser arms. Let's hop into a little bit of NFL talk, boys.
Bum, 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 bum.
Da, da, da. So there's a little bit going on in the NFL. Once again, still mini camp, still like kind of random shit going on. The biggest thing that happened, I would say, in the last couple days was Brady versus Carr. So there was obviously
Brady got hit by a car.
Yeah.
Pretty wild, dude.
Sorry, that was really good.
That was good. That was good.
I wasn't even playing.
I know. Well, and it's wild that Tom Brady he's like consistently getting in storylines. Obviously, he was in the match, which maybe we'll talk about that later. We'll see if we have time. But he was in the match. Now this whole Carr thing is coming along. But I think
He
Derek
will be
Carr
at the
is doing
parade
it.
for the Lightning.
Oh, will he really?
I don't know. I bet he will.
That'll be fucking.
You'll see Tom
insane.
some there on the sideline, riding in the car, chugging a beer.
True. I mean,
He's- He's all over the place.
he is all.
Isn't it all
He's,
boats? Don't they
he's
only do
surrounded by
boats?
winners. What were you saying, Tom? Sorry about that.
Is it always boats when they win stuff instead of a parade? Do they just do a boat thing every time now, or is that was that like a one-off because of COVID?
That'd be
It
kind
was
of
'cause
cool.
of
if they did
COVID
that.
that they did the boats.
I think it'd be
They
badass.
should always
Yeah.
do the boats.
Hockey guys on boats would be hilarious because they're used to the water being frozen. Like, that'd be pretty funny to see them like have their sea legs. But they probably have good centers of gravity, being good skaters and all. And all.
That's my own
They should do
fan.
boats. If I was a
Hockey
Tampa fan,
fan.
I'd say do boats. Sounds sick.
Hockey players only live where it's cold. They can't go anywhere that it's warm. It's a known fact. No access to boats or liquefied water ever. It
So
has
are you
to be
saying
ice.
Tampa Bay fans aren't real hockey fans because it's never cold there, John?
Ooh.
You know what? I'm just saying that you won't see those boys on boats because they need to go migrate to where it's cold. They can't touch
They take like an underground bullet train back to Winnipeg or something like that.
Exactly.
Wherever
They
you go.
have to go back to Canada. They can't stay in the warm, Tom.
They're like geese. They have to migrate, dude. They're like honkers, dude.
Oh my god, they just start becoming Americans if they stay in America too long. It's like you got to get them back to Canada. Just cross the border for a couple minutes because if they stay in America, it doesn't.
Canada
work.
and Russia. It's one of the two.
They're gonna start saying hella.
Oh god.
Get a little soft there, bud. So you're talking about Brady versus Derek Carr, not an automobile.
Correct. Yes.
Just to be clear. Yeah.
Yes.
Sorry.
This is not Tiger versus Carr. This is Brady versus
Oh.
Carr. Hey, didn't shade.
So
We're firing from the hip
Look,
tonight, boys.
I like
Catch-
it. I like it.
catch me up on it real quick because Brady goes on. Was it LeBron's show or whatever it
Yeah.
was?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then makes the comment of
So it was like a preview for an episode where he's talking about some team that apparently didn't want him, and he said, you're gonna stick with that motherfucker over me."
Okay.
And that was like the attention grabbing cut to tease the episode out. And then there was this huge MFer gate to try to figure out, was it Jimmy Garoppolo he was talking about? Was it
So that's
Ryan
what I'm saying.
Tannehill? Was it
Mhm.
Derek Carr? Who was it?
Who is it?
And actually, everybody's off of it, but Mike Florio with the PFT is the only one that's just like new evidence in the MFer gate. It's like
Oh
nobody
my
fucking
God.
cares. So of course he's the one perpetuating the Derek Carr comments. But Derek Carr is, he's Derek Carr. He's a phony tough guy. He challenged Max Kellerman to a fight that he knew would never happen. And then he said something. It was just a quote that I saw. I didn't hear him say it, but he basically said, "As long as it wasn't about me, Tom, you got the rings. We're all good." I don't think it's about me. He basically insinuated that if it was about me, like me and Tom are gonna have some problems.
I have the direct quote if you don't
What,
mind
bro?
me reading
Give
it.
it to me.
All
Give
right,
it to me.
So he said, if it was, so this is in regards to obviously the comment Tom made. If it was me, I've gotten in enough trouble trying to challenge people to fights. But as a man, Tom, I know you got the rings. But if it's not me, then we're good. What I heard, it wasn't me, so I'm good with that.
Yeah.
And that was my Derek Carr impression.
I'm sure Tom Brady's heart skipped a beat when he saw that.
He honestly probably woke up hungover from the match, watching the finals, like drinking with the boys,
Yeah.
like still on his I don't know, maybe his second day hangover, maybe not. I mean, TB12 method, season's coming up.
He's living his best life.
He
Woke
is.
up in that
Since
suite
he's gone
in
to Tampa.
Montana.
He
Ooh,
is.
Yeah.
That mountain air, just a little hangover, and then this shit rolls off Tom Brady. He doesn't.
Meanwhile, Derek Carr is
Good.
like
Very
baking in the
true.
Vegas heat, just still like trying to bring stuff over to Gruden's house to get his approval. Just a sad life.
Making 7-packed lunches for all his kids and shit. It's an all-day affair.
Yeah. He's as corny as it gets. Like, I remember on Hard Knocks when he had a nice candid teaching moment with his boys about like he's wrestling one of his kids. He's like, "Hey, the camera's on me. If you two work together, maybe you could take me down. Little lesson there, right?" I think Russell Wilson's always been the most insufferable, obnoxious personality in football to me as far as QBs go. But I think Derek Carr he's the new champ.
He is.
right there.
He's
Yeah.
so cringy, and he's like,
Yep.
he's like like you said, he tries to be a macho man, tries to be humble. You can't have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. It just comes across as so fake.
That's why I think when we were talking about Devontae Adams wanting to play with him, my mind was just like, that's not possible. Why would you want him?
I can't be right.
Why?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
Like
why
I
would
said,
you want
they're
that?
friends. They're friends from college, dude.
But like, really?
How many college friends do you guys still have?
I didn't go to college,
Same. So zero.
So zero. I think.
I went to college with you, Colby.
There you go. They went to Sierra
about
College,
it.
dude.
I went to
Hell
Sierra
yeah.
College.
There
I
we
went to Sierra College.
All right. Well, there we go.
Hey.
And so we're all
Wolverines.
friends. Don't get me wrong. I still got friends I keep in touch with. But
Why are most of our
they're all
most of our local teams are cat related?
Yeah, exactly. All we got, you know.
Sacramento big.
or weasel related.
Oh my god.
Don't
So,
forget
yeah.
about the sack Hornets.
What is it? Stingers up, dude. Stingers up.
Dude.
This just reminds me of that for the audio listeners, all of you out there, when you like cup your hand and put up your pinky and you do the girl. That's all that shit reminds me of. You don't remember that shit back in like elementary school?
No, I was just thinking about SpongeBob. Pinkies up. That's all I can think of when you do that.
Oh,
Tom
there
didn't
you go.
even
Yeah,
watch
get
Fresh
fancy.
Prince, so he probably doesn't know.
Yeah, you know, I was living
Tom,
under
you
a
didn't
fucking
watch
rock,
Fresh?
I guess.
What? Huh?
I didn't.
love of
You
God.
missed the episode, John. I didn't watch Fresh Prince when I was growing up.
Can we get a Peacock login for the love of God?
Yeah,
Peacock
Jesus,
is free. We've been over
somebody,
this. Peacock is fucking free.
What?
We need you to subscribe so we can get Tom to see Fresh Prince of fucking Bel-Air.
It's
How?
the weirdest thing ever. He's like, I've seen the memes where he's standing in the empty room, I guess.
Yeah,
Like-
I did see
like
that.
you
meme. I
sound-
saw
you
that one. It's
sound
pretty
like-
funny.
End?
Like, I don't know. You sound. Are you like a Gen Zer? I don't know. How did you
I
not?
don't know.
How did you
You're
not
not funny.
How did you not accidentally watch 30 episodes of Fresh Prince in your childhood? You know.
Didn't fall into it. Did watch a lot of Turner classic movies though. You guys want to talk to me
My
about Gone with the
God.
Wind, dude?
Oh my God. All right,
The Jungle
moving
Queen?
on. Moving on.
No, I do not.
Casablanca. No? All right, cool.
No.
Right on.
All right, so that was us talking about Brady versus Carr. So another quote came out recently too from Dan Orlovsky. So Tom, this one's gonna be directed
What?
right at you
Yeah, why do we need to bring this quote up?
because it's
Because
here
you're
and
an
I want to
Eagles
hear your
fan
take
and
live.
it's
Well,
Yeah.
you don't know how to spell Jalen, so you know.
I honestly want to just put you on the spot. So, so here's the quote. He said, "If Jalen Hurts plays as well as he can't sniff as good as Carson Wentz is." Your thoughts?
Dan Orlovsky can suck a fat one. First off.
Wow.
Second off, that's such a bullshit thing to say for a player that's played like one season, who obviously has lots of potential. And we've seen fucking Carson Wentz. We know what turnover machine that guy is. We know what hero ball bullshit that guy does. We understand that he puts himself at risk for injury a lot of the time, which is all cool and all. But you know what happens? You don't fucking win games. So is it really that good? His ceiling could be crazy high, but he obviously didn't do shit for the Eagles. Doesn't sound like he necessarily was a great teammate for the Eagles. So him just saying, can't sniff this, and here we go, let's pile on the, fuck the Eagles train. I don't know, man. I just feel like it's an easy soundbite that you can say. We can all say, yeah, Carson Wentz is going to kill it now. He's not in Philly. It's like, sure, man, but fuck you, Dan Orlovsky. When's the last time that guy was a general manager of a team? I don't even like our general manager, and I'm still sticking up for him because of this asshole. I still think he makes bad decisions.
Hey, you and me know it with Kings fans and Kings decisions. They're horrible. I get it. But I'm with you. I think Jalen could show a lot of
What else
potential.
did
don't know what he
Orlovsky
is.
also say? Oh, sorry.
You're good. Go.
I think I'm having some audio issues over here.
You're good.
You're
back.
Take it.
Didn't Orlovsky also say if they had a chance they would to do it again, they wouldn't?
Mm-hmm.
I saw another soundbite on that, which is kind of
Really?
stupid because they just did it like a couple months ago. I don't think anything really changed where they're like, I think if Carson Wentz goes out and is like a top 10 QB again, then maybe, but I think that kind of just ran its course anyway. It just kind of seemed like it was time. But I do think Orlovsky has a point that Carson Wentz might ball the fuck out, and I don't think Jalen Hurts can touch his ceiling. But he was just saying it kind of to be a troll and a dick, which is where I think you might be most triggered.
It's easy to pile on Philly fans, let me tell you.
Yeah,
They're not the fan
true.
base that is like untouchable. They're very touchable, So, like I said, and I agree with you,
They
Seth.
like to be touched.
They like to be touched very inappropriately and to touch others inappropriately, we found out.
But unshade.
Yeah, yikes. But yeah, same deal with Simmons, dude. It's a change of scenery thing. They got to switch it up regardless of the outcome, right? Like, they got to change it up. So Jalen Hurts the guy right now. If they don't like him, they're going to go get another quarterback next year.
Might be Nick Mullins.
Yeah, maybe.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
I don't want it to be.
Another big dick Nick for the Eagles. Super Bowl
Keep it going.
bound.
And we're gonna bring Foles back for a 4th time, dude.
I just
Worst
like
case,
seeing
worst
like,
case.
One more time.
I just like just riffing and just seeing Tom and just how fucking tired of it he is. He's just so tired
of it, dude.
of the Eagle slander.
It's all right. I get it.
You're in your
maybe
you're in
after
your
you guys win a
acceptance.
Super Bowl in your the next decade, then we can start giving you guys slander. So
There
We'll
you go.
see.
There you go.
when's the
if it
last
ever
time
happens.
the Niners beat Tom Brady in a Super Bowl? I'm trying to let me look it up. Oh yeah, not there. Sorry, that was my
I
quick
like the
reaction.
strobe light that just your monitor just freaked out.
Nice, dude. Yeah, I
I'm
pressed
glad
all the
we can
buttons
still
and
see
fucked
you.
the whole thing. Good shit. Good shit.
Oh shit, yeah. I think you're in your like acceptance point of like stages of grief. You're in the acceptance stage. That's later in the stage. It's a good healing process. You're gonna finish all stages of grief until the season starts. You're gonna get right there. You're gonna get through it, and then the season
And
starts.
it's gonna be
and
right
then we'll
back where it is.
Then we'll see what happens from there.
Carson
I guess
Wentz
I
has an MVP start, and you're gonna be right back into.
And I'll be like, thank God I got a second pick the whole time when we make the playoffs. Thank God that second pick's gonna change our world.
Hey, that's
Got
right,
it.
dude. Only
We'll see.
only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, while I have you guys on the line talking about football, I'm going to take a little detour here. Matt had the pleasure of sending us a movie trailer this weekend for the Kurt Warner movie. I don't know if you guys.
I gotta give
Oh, that was
Definitely
Tom.
me.
Oh, I'm
Definitely me,
sorry. I
yeah.
thought that was Matt. Excuse me. I'm reading the group chat incorrectly. So Tom sent us the trailer for the Kurt Warner movie. It is atrocious.
There's no fucking way it's real. There's
Who?
no
I thought it was
fucking
a
way.
April Fool's joke. Way too.
It
much.
has to be.
Who asked for
has to
this? Like, who asked for Kurt Warner? Okay, yeah, cool. He was working at a grocery store, did arena football, then he's on the Rams, went to the Super Bowl. But like, who needs the story of Kurt Warner?
I think look. If you want to tell the story, I'm cool for a football movie, but holy fuck, it looks so bad. I'm sorry, I don't want to be that guy, but it looks terrible.
Yep.
What fucking year are we in? It like you can do better than this. I don't know.
I agree. I thought it was a joke, or
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
or maybe just like like when they do a documentary and there's dramatizations, and maybe
Yes.
it was something like that. But this appears to be a full-blown Kurt Warner the movie.
With
And-
those guys.
With
and I
Chuck.
really don't think we need like a white guy's ascension from bagging groceries to Super Bowl Hall of Fame glory. It's not, I mean, it's a good story, but it's not like
I think
I
I
don't
found
know.
the angle. I did a quick search. I
Ooh.
I found out. I looked at the director of the movie because I hadn't seen that yet.
is it Kurt Warner?
It's Andrew Irwin. Andrew Irwin. The only movies he's made are all Jesus movies.
No.
Oh,
there it is. Isn't it all kinda coming
He's
together
he's
now?
a man of
Yep.
faith. I
Yep.
forgot
All
about that.
right. All right.
A
His
low
best,
budget Christian movie.
Jesus music. I Still Believe. I Can Only Imagine. Woodlawn. Mom's Night Out. October Baby.
Wow.
Mysterious Islands. Those are the films this guy's done.
So it
So,
sounds.
so this
go
is
for
going to
it.
have a large, not just a hint of Christianity. I think it's going to be like the backbone of the film is his faith and
I
how
was
that
trying to
got
pull
him
up a
through.
production company.
Yep. Totally.
They generally make all these movies, like Jesus
like the-
movies.
It's like those shitty movies that appeared on they're like Sunstar Entertainment, like those low budget movies. Yeah, it's gonna be like those. That's great because I saw the in the trailer where he backs up and he like straight legs, straight back, just kind of like throws. I'm like, does Kurt Warner really want that to be what he looks like?
The guy from Chuck. He wants the
Yeah.
guy from Chuck to be Kurt Warner.
His smile looks kind of like Kurt Warner. That's what I was.
Kinda.
When I was watching the trailer, I was like, all right, I can kind of see the casting could have been worse here.
But
Doesn't
also,
mean it's
like,
not a good
they
movie.
didn't make him throw a football in the audition because it
Or-
was a horrible toss.
Is
every
it Kurt
time.
Warner good at teaching quarterbacks? Do you think he
Yeah, right.
like taught him how to throw, give a little mechanics lesson?
It's probably hard to teach a 35-year-old man that never played sports to like throw really well as a quarterback. They
That
should have
checks
just
out.
had Kurt Warner be his stunt double.
Yes.
I mean, like he doesn't need
Yes.
an actor to do the quarterback part. Like I think he can do that.
He's got the red jersey on. No one's gonna hit him. It's all good, you know. Like
He got a guy
He's-
that's unathletic in his fucking 40s to play him when he could have just done it and looked better doing it than this.
100%. Almost striking. His stun double's so similar to him.
That's so fucking funny. Oh my god! Like he paid this guy. He's on the payroll. They it could have just been Kurt the entire time. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I want to see if there's a stunt double that's getting paid to be
There has to be.
this guy's Kurt. You know, like
I'm on IMDb right now trying to see if
me
anybody's
too,
talking
dude.
about
I'm
it,
digging
but-
in.
Dig in, boys. Please dig in. It honestly seems like the director was like, okay, I've done Jesus movies. I can just take The Passion of the Christ, Blind Side, Marry Them, Child, Kurt Warner the movie. And whoever the studio that's funding it was like, yes. Nobody loves football more than people that go to church every Sunday and don't watch football.
Yeah. The NFL now, I thought, because player empowerment and stuff.
Right?
BLM,
dude.
they say.
Pastors
Protesters.
love talking about football and being just like, hey, recording the Niners game today, but thank you guys for being here. Love it. Absolutely love it.
Is Sandra Bullock in it?
Unfortunately,
I
no.
hope So
She should be, but his wife is played by the chick who played Rogue in the original X-Men movies.
wow.
Who's-
Okay.
who's that?
I remember her.
Anyone?
I remember her.
Her name's Anne Paquin,
Dennis
Anna
Quaid,
Paquin.
Adam.
Oh, I know who
Baldwin.
that is.
right?
Yeah.
I think she was in a Nickelodeon show called Animorphs back in the day.
Ooh, Animorphs was sick.
Anyone remember that show?
I do remember Animorphs.
I remember the books. I was more of a book reader of Animorphs. I just want to say
I thought
the books are better. The
Listen,
books
when
are
I was,
better.
when I was
You're
little,
not gonna guess it, dude.
I thought Animorphs was cooler than Transformers. When I was really little,
What'd you say?
Ooh.
I said when I was really little, I thought Animorphs was cooler than Transformers.
No, I
I
heard
remember-
you. But what'd you say?
What the fuck did you say? I remember in a McDonald's Happy Meal for a while, they had the little Animorphs. I tried to get all of them.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Whoa.
So, anyways, Anna Packing.
You got to dream big when you're a kid.
Is it
Is there
is it Pawking? is it?
is it Palking? Is it with an
What's
L?
I'll YouTube
Palking?
it. I'm sure they'll have a pronunciation.
Her last
YouTube video.
name?
I think I
Great
can help
for
with
me
this
fast.
pan.
Is there
Pan.
anybody else that we
Pan?
would recognize at all, Tom?
Okay, I want you
Dennis
guys,
Quaid.
if you're on your laptops and all the listeners at home, Google search Bruce McGill and tell me the first movie you've seen this guy in.
I'll do it
Bruce
right now.
McGill,
Bruce
I can
McGill?
almost
Oh.
guarantee that I would
Don't
get
say it.
99.9%
Is
of
it
the audience.
McGill or McGill?
Bruce McGill.
Oh fuck.
100% you guys have seen a movie with this guy in him. Without looking at his IMDb.
Oh,
Pick a movie. Without looking at his IMDb.
I
pick it.
know him.
I don't know what he's in though.
But you know you've seen him.
I know I've seen him.
He's in Animal House.
Yes, he is.
Mhm.
Yeah. All
Oh, he's in
right.
My Cousin Vinny.
He's in 165 movies, so yeah.
Who is he in My Cousin
pick a
Vinny?
movie.
Dude,
He's
in My
Bruce
Cousin Vinny,
McGill.
he's the cop. He's the bailiff.
Oh shit, that's
Yup.
right. All
He's
right.
got a great role in that.
All
Real
right.
juicy.
All right.
We could do a whole podcast about IMDb rolling.
I
rolling
dude,
through
I
different
would.
things,
I'm
so,
down, man. I'm
yeah.
down.
Maybe we'll sidebar that, but
Deal. So I think let's do a little homework for the next episode.
is exactly what I was thinking. Yep.
We'll either look up some films or let's do this. Think about an obscure sports movie that you want to be made and the top 5 people you want to be cast in it. Fair enough?
Do the what?
So you
5
think
people will be casted.
5 people that you want to be cast in an obscure sports movie.
So just actors, or I feel like we need to choose some athletes
Of course,
and
right.
an actor.
Right.
Some storyline. Yeah, whatever
Right.
storyline you
So
want to do.
a sports
Oh,
movie,
okay,
and then
okay.
so yeah, if for example, if you wanted to do like the Giants 2010 World Series run, who's gonna play Buster Posey? Who's gonna play B. Craw? Who's gonna play?
Who's
all those
playing
guys?
Aubrey Huff?
Oh God. Matthew
Bill Burr
McConaughey.
No. Don't do my boy McConaughey like that.
Don't do McConaughey like that. Might be a little too gritty for even McConaughey, you know?
Yeah.
It's real dark in the epilogue of that film with him.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
I don't
man.
know. There's
All
some
right.
wild guys out there. What do you
Who
think?
plays
Some
Nick
storylines and then 5 actors that you would like to see in their respective roles for that storyline.
Boom.
Also, if any listeners want to at us on Instagram or Twitter or whatever and tell us their own actor to athlete, combination, let us know.
There we go. Deal. Alrighty, boys. I think it's time for our new segment. Let's fucking go. New segment alert. Hey, where's the energy, boys? Come on.
Microphone sounds terrible when I do that. I hope it doesn't sound like that in the fucking
No,
pod.
you're good. Hey, it doesn't
Awful.
clip. You're good.
That-
All right.
that what
So
excitement
the
sounds
new segment is the Wall of Shame. So we're getting really excited, but it actually is. It's kind of a little bit of a sad segment. However, we're basically just trying to call people out for some bullshit that's happening in sports. So last week, as you guys know, we touched on the Trevor Bauer situation. He was the inaugural member of the Wall of Shame. So MLB, yeah, boo, boo, everybody, boo in chat. So the
I'll
MLB
take back
actually
this boo
continued
if
his
it's found
lead.
in a court of law to not be true.
No, I'm just going to continue to boo him regardless. So my question, so we have another entry, but do you guys think he'll play again this year at all?
Too soon to say. Who knows?
I guess that's true.
Not
I think
looking good.
they're just going to keep extending it, I think. They're just going to
Yeah.
keep extending it.
I don't see how he plays without there being some form of a legal resolution, and there won't be a legal resolution anytime soon.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. But at a certain point, they're just going to have to fully say, all right, you're done for the season. But okay, so for the current week, the person or the team in this situation that's going to go on the A-Gap Wall of Shame is Coronado High. So they ended up winning, I believe it was like a state championship against one of their rivals, who is Orange Glen High, who is a predominantly Hispanic team. And Coronado High decided after they won to throw tortillas at the other team. Honestly, it's
Very
just-
planned too.
just-
They totally planned all that.
Really?
Like they were
Like,
bringing it. Yeah.
Was it? And it was players and fans, correct? Or just
I don't know about
players?
the players thing. I cannot confirm that. Definitely the fans. Definitely the fans.
Damn, that's so like fucked
It
up.
was some kids, right?
I would
like
assume
some-
so.
some
Yeah,
high
there's some
school
high
kids,
schoolers who were like,
and-
"Ha
yeah.
ha," probably in
Yeah.
like predominantly white areas, and we're like, "Oh, this is funny, right, Chad?
Right.
Hell yeah, dude."
Yeah, Brad.
Racism sick, dude.
Yeah, that'll be a really funny clip. We'll just clip that out. I'm saying that.
That's it. I'm canceled, dude.
Yeah,
That's
you're done.
it. That's
You're
it. I
done,
did
dude.
it. Fuck.
A
All
gap
right.
is over.
Good night, guys.
We thought you were gonna get canceled after the Trevor Bauer take last week. Oh, dude, this week you're done.
I
You're
thought that
done.
take actually aged great, but
Yeah.
that's just me. Aged just fine after the next couple days.
So yeah, obviously these guys are despicable. It's kind of disgusting what they did. Obviously, we never would condone anything like this. So yeah, very fucked up. They're going in the Wall of Shame. They deserve to
Or
stay
they were high
there.
school.
They will be there forever because everything on the internet is there
Forever.
forever.
I think we got a few candidates this week, honestly.
True. Rachel Nichols could also go
Rachel
in.
Nichols should be on the wall of shame.
Yikes, dude.
Yeah.
Yikes. I like Rachel Nichols too. That was a real bummer.
And I would say the U.S. Olympic Committee
Agreed.
for leaving our girl Sha'Carri Richardson off the team. That's bullshit.
How the fuck
Complete.
do you do that? Even on the relay, she was left off the relay team too. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Well, it's like she got what? It was like a 30-day ban, and by the time her 30 days was over, they could have easily put her on the relay team, and they still decided not to.
Yep.
There's
fucked
a
up, man.
petition to let her compete that's already got like 400,000 signatures as of this morning. So
Hell yeah. Go
Do
out
you
there and
think-
sign it.
How though? Like
with
how?
an institution as old as the
I don't think it
Olympics will
matters.
budge?
No.
Yeah.
They're not gonna be like, oh, this online petition on petition.com. Like, there's no way. There's
Change.org, dude.
Exactly.
Making a lot of change in the world.
I don't know if you bring it to the
Have they
court
saved
of
the
law.
whales yet?
Like,
Yeah. Here's my Change.org petition. It got a lot of signatures.
You got over 500,000.
That's a lot. That's a lot, though. 500,000 is a fuck ton of people. So,
and there's well more people than that in America that smoke weed. That probably all support her.
Yeah.
That don't even know about
dumb
it.
rule. Dumb
Very,
rule.
very dumb rule.
Shouldn't
Legal
break
in
it.
18 states. It's ridiculous.
She
honestly.
did make a mistake.
She did. She knows what she
but
did too.
It's a
she
dumb rule.
knows.
But it's a dumb rule.
Yeah, it's a
Maybe
dumb
this will be
rule.
the last time an athlete for the United States has to go through this.
NFL players play games high.
True. Very true.
I'm sure NBA play. I'm sure in all sports they do.
MLB pitchers do acid and pitch perfect games, dude. You
Yeah.
never
There
know.
was a good. Actually, NBC had it. I think it was like right before one of the Giants games. It was a little panel between Gary Payton and Sean Kemp, and they were talking about how NBA players back in their day were smoking weed all the time because it's just like back in the day, the way that they were dealing with pain was just like shots of all sorts of weird steroids and stuff, and then pills, bunch of ibuprofen and more steroids. And so they were like, we were all just smoking weed just because it was a good alternative. It made us feel better. And then now all the research comes out that it is, in fact, better for you than all this other stuff. He's just like, you have to let him smoke. The rules are so stupid. It was a cool little panel, but just ties into everything, man. I don't know, the whole like Michael Phelps thing. I mean, dude still has
He had a
medals.
bong poolside.
No,
Dude still, yeah,
There's
fucking,
That guy has the biggest lungs ever.
He
got
rips
out, he was
between
like-
laps.
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly.
taking gravity bongs out of the pool. Like,
Yeah, look it up. They're not photoshopped.
He's got two
No,
scuba
dude.
masks and use them for two different things.
I'm just saying, man. We're here. We are in 2021, and somebody who smokes weed legally in a state that allows you to do it for a reason in which I think was like shit. Her mom died, and she was feeling some sort of way. I use weed for my feelings all the time, so
Absolutely.
it's just like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see how you can't. And I'm ignorant to U.S. Olympic sprinting in
Same.
general, so I don't want to act like she was the only reason people were going to watch. I know there's a lot of good competitors out there, some that won gold last time, some that have some of the best times ever. So I don't want to discount that, but she was making people like me that are ignorant to it want to watch and tune in.
Exactly.
And I think that's, it's good for their sport at least, and good for the Olympics, good for viewership. Not that they're going to be hurting for it, but it was just another good storyline for the Olympics.
True.
That you're going to completely throw away off of an archaic rule for a substance that doesn't even affect anything.
It's all the old heads set in their ways, man. It's just the old generation that just has to either catch up or get out of the way.
Yep.
yeah, it's an old system.
Really
Go for it.
great day
That's
for
why
us to all
that's
wear
why we
tie-dye.
wore tie-dye.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
say-
Yeah,
Is
there
that-
go,
Thank
there
you.
go.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
If
yeah,
I
that
could
was
show
nice.
my legal herb grinder, it says "End the war on drugs, boys." That's
End it.
that's
End it.
my takeaway. In the war
Get
on
out
drugs.
there
It
and
literally
end the war on drugs,
helps
guys.
get out there.
Everybody
Everybody.
listening.
Everyone
Do
get
your
out there and
part.
end it.
helps.
Get out there and
nobody.
end it.
That's the slogan.
Get out
Get
there.
out there.
Get out there and
Yes.
end it.
Stop it.
Cut.
it
I think
off.
we all know who the winner
out.
is, so let's just end it. Let's all
Exactly.
just end it. And also, we should throw this out there. If there's any up and coming CBD product or cannabis company that would like to support the AGAP podcast, believe me, we will sell ourselves for that product for you 110%.
Absolutely.
Always wear your shirt
Absolutely.
every episode.
Mm-hmm.
All
Your
good
your logo right here.
Right here,
Yeah,
right here, dude.
Imagine.
Just get a tattoo on your forehead of a
Well, I didn't say
cannabis
tattoo, but
brand.
all right. Depends on the price is right.
Maybe like a
man.
henna tattoo.
Yeah,
There you go.
dude.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll
Couple
take
weeks,
that.
couple episodes. Why
Tat
not?
tat. Yeah, whatever.
Why not? Alrighty, boys.
Said,
Well,
smoke weed every day. I gotta work. Jesus Christ. I could get fired for that. Henna tattoo or not.
yeah, that might be a little rough down at the old job. Alrighty, boys. Well, we've been going about an hour. I know it's a late show, so probably gonna wrap it up here pretty soon. Any closing remarks? Anything you guys want to get off your chest? Anything that you experienced this last week that maybe warrants a little floor time?
Conor McGregor comes back, sets the record straight, and wins the fight against Dustin to put himself back. He's gone. He's made his money, and now he's coming back with a fire because he wants to prove he's a champion. I think he comes out and he does really well. It's a pretty stacked card too. It's going to be fun, but that's my takeaway. Also, no Aaron Judge. We don't need him. I don't want to give up anything for Aaron Judge. That was just a rumor from a group chat earlier.
Meaning
Aaron
the Giants.
Judge.
Yeah, the Giants.
Aaron
Taking
Judge,
Aaron Judge.
Max Scherzer. I mean,
Nope.
sure if you want to give him away, but
Yeah, sure.
otherwise,
Otherwise, nah.
do not deviate from the plan for him.
Stick to
He
the
will
plan.
not. Trust in
Farhan.
Farhan. He hasn't failed us yet.
Stick to the plan, Arthur.
One more thing while we're on the subject too, we're never trading De'Aaron Fox. If you want to trade De'Aaron Fox,
Yeah, don't do that.
Never. Yeah,
Get
dude.
out of here.
We were talking about Ben Simmons earlier. People are like, "Oh, they're gonna trade Simmons for Fox." Why?
I saw that
No
A-Gap
chance.
put his
Philly-
foot down.
Philly
A-Gap
would
put
want
its
that.
foot
The
down.
Twitter
Philly would
said,
love that.
Nay, ayahuasca trip for this guy. Get his mind right. In
Yeah,
the war
our
on
social media
drugs.
team was
And the war on drugs.
our social media
Everybody-
team was
No, I'm not
all
gonna
over
say
that one.
I don't
All
want
over
it.
it. Firing on all cylinders, those guys. That's why we pay them the
Also-
big bucks.
Also, I don't know if we'll have a pod before the 12th, but that's the home run derby. Should be pretty fun. They always juice the balls up a little bit for the derby. It's gonna be Coors. They'll probably turn off the humidifier. It should
Live
be
stream
a
reaction to the
blast.
derby.
Yeah, I'd love that. I want to see Shohei take it or Matt Olson.
that'd be
And
fun.
can I quick note this too, since we're wrapping it up here? If you are still a loyal listener, we are really trying our asses off to do Tuesday night at 8 p.m. Right? That was the
Correct.
time. That was the
Correct.
time we
That
established.
is
That I
the
already
time.
forgot.
Yes, it
So
is.
we're trying our ass off, and I appreciate anyone who jumps on or looks for us on the wrong times because we decided to change it. We appreciate you sticking with us. We are trying our asses off to get this on a more consistent basis. So stay with us, stay engaged. Georgia listeners, I love
We
you.
love you.
Thanks for staying
A
up
little
late.
close kiss.
In fact, I think this is the most, I don't know how to say this, the most consecutive episodes that we have done in
Yeah.
one time.
Longest
So,
A-gap streak
that.
of all time.
Longest
Six.
streak. We're on a 6-game hitting streak.
Let's fucking
Doing it,
go,
guys.
boys. We've been doing this for 2 months almost. That's crazy.
We're gonna break DiMaggio's record of 56.
We're gonna do it.
We can
We're
do it.
gonna do it.
I
we just,
believe.
got to get to NFL season. If we get to NFL season, dude, we'll have 18 weeks of content for you guys.
I think we
That'd
can
be
make
impressive.
it. I think we can do it.
And then we're gonna revamp the whole show.
Yep.
Go back to the NFL model.
Yeah.
Also,
It
if you're
comes
not
in
doing it
all.
already, follow us on socials.
Boom.
We got Instagram, we got Twitter. It does us a favor, and we're going to be better about getting those times and stuff back out to you guys. So give us a follow there for all of our information. Keep up to date on all of our random shit that we do.
Little scavenger hunt. You'll get a shout out in the next episode if you tweet, Instagram, fucking video call, burn it in my lawn. If you just put the words Bruce McGill. Bruce
Oh,
McGill.
tab
That's
Bruce
the code
McGill
word.
at AGAP Podcast.
If
Yep.
you at AGAP Bruce McGill, then I know
Alright.
you're listening, and you will get a personal shout out. We'll let you call in. You can do the whole show.
Oh,
Whatever.
fuck.
Oh my God, stop.
Yikes.
Somebody
yeah, all right,
stop him.
say, cut him off.
Jesus.
Cut him off. Mute him. Mute him.
But yeah, we
Keyword is
appreciate
Bruce
you listening.
McGill. We'll get you involved just because you'll be such a super fan. Bruce McGill.
We appreciate you tuning in. We're only going to get better as time goes on. So if you don't like it now, you'll probably like it at least a little bit more in the future. So we're trying here.
You're getting in
Guarantee
early.
it's
It's like it's an
science.
investment.
It's
You
science.
when we
Buy
blow up.
shares now.
It's
Exactly.
true.
You could
Buy
be the
now.
guy that
Buy low.
was here. You could be the guy that was here, or the girl, or the them they. You could be the person here.
We don't care.
Accept
We love you all
however you
equally.
please. We bring us all the people. We accept all types.
Yes, we
Absolutely.
do.
Come. Alrighty,
All
guys.
welcome.
Come on.
Thank you guys so much for coming. As the gentleman just said, you guys just did the whole outro for me, basically. Appreciate it,
We did. We
boys.
hit
Like
all
we
the
said,
notes.
getting better.
Socials. do it all. Follow us, watch the videos, share it with your buddies.
Yeah, cool.
Georgia boys, spread it out, send it all across the country.
Brazil.
We're here to have a good time. Tune in live, right in the chat. We're here for you, boys.
All right.
Love you guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye.